Hi there beautiful souls, Avalon here, and I'm sitting in my sister's office doing a video request. I'm visiting her in Brisbane at the moment. She is out and about and will be for a couple of hours, so I thought that I would do a video that has been requested time and time again. And the topic of this video is, what is the difference between tarot and oracle? Now, this is a valid question because for those sitting on the outskirts of both of these systems, then they do look very similar one to the other. And that is because you can use both tarot and oracle in very similar ways. You can use tarot and oracle for divination, for spiritual development, meditation, manifestation, path working, shadow work, life mapping. There are a plethora of ways that you can apply both of these systems, and it's because of that they look very, very similar, because they can be utilized in such, similar ways. However, when you take a step back from that and you look objectively at both of these systems side by side, then you will come to realize that both are very, very different one from the other, dramatically different, in fact. So let's take a look at tarot first. Tarot has a set structure, it has a form. It is comprised of 78 cards. The 78 cards of tarot are divided into a major arcana consisting of 22 major arcana cards and a minor arcana consisting of 56 minor arcana cards. That minor arcana is then divided further into 4 elemental suits, which are pentacles, representative of earth, cups, representative of water, wands, representative of fire, and swords, representative of air. Together they are the elemental suits, and the 22 cards of the major and the 56 cards of the minor are what create the 78 cards of the tarot system. And it's said that the tarot contains the full spectrum of human experience. And that's something that I believe in as well, as I've come to really understand the tarot system. Now, there is so much to the tarot. There are people that are out there dedicating their time and their lives to constantly developing the structure of the tarot, bringing it into a more modern perspective. There are those who are systematically analysing the symbolism of the tarot and its various systems, which probably the major systems of the tarot are the Tarot de Marseille, the Thoth, and the Rider-Waite-Smith. The Rider-Waite-Smith is perhaps the most popular of all 3 systems. But there are people out there that are constantly learning to develop or striving to develop the tarot structure and the tarot system, and looking at new ways that you can apply it. So it is an ever-changing organic system. There is a vast amount of literature on the subject of tarot, and I do mean that. There are so many great books, great resources on the tarot to explain the system, to explain the symbolism behind the system. There's actually a really good book coming out at the moment, written by Marcus Katz and Tali Kudman, called The Secret to the Waite-Smith. You can get it on pre-order at the moment through Amazon, and I think it's due to be published around April, but it dissects the symbolism of the Rider-Waite-Smith system and gets you to understand even further the importance of that symbolism and the meaning behind the symbolism of the tarot. So there are people out there really striving to dig deeper into the tarot and develop it even further. There are those who have attached different ideologies, different spiritual practices to the tarot as well. You can use the tarot with Kabbalah, with astrology, with numerology, and I'm sure there are other ways that you can actually utilize the tarot, but there is such a great deal of information and a great deal of malleability and potential within the tarot that it makes it such a comprehensive and alluring system. Once you start learning the tarot, then you just get lost in it. You really, really get sucked into the whole process. It becomes a passion, and that is something that, that's very, very beautiful and very, very organic about the tarot, is the fact that you get sucked in. You begin to understand the system itself, and then you begin to develop your own methods of utilizing the tarot with a foundation of understanding of that system and how it is comprised and put together. So that is the tarot. It's, it's a beautiful, system that has a cult following. Now, when you look at oracle, Oracle is a free form system. It has no structure. It has no major arcana, no minor arcana. It's not divided into elemental suits. It has no form. It's very free form. Each and every Oracle deck is dramatically different one to the other. There are no similarities. There is no vast amount of literature available on Oracle decks. It really comes down to the guidebook that comes with each individual Oracle deck. And it's important to get to know that guidebook because it allows you then to get to know the artist's vision and then understand a little bit better the messages that are in that book, if that is the way that you work. Some people just toss the guidebook aside and they go intuitively with it, and that's because you can. You know, the oracle cards are often really visually appealing, beautiful artistry. They have many times they have keywords and key phrases actually printed on the cards themselves to get that intuitive, your intuitive faculties flowing. But there is no set card number. I've got Oracle decks that comprise of 45 cards, some 50 cards, some 60. There are Oracle decks out there that are 80 cards. There is no set number of cards, no structure, no laws, no form that bind the Oracle. So it really does come down to the artist's whim and the way that they wish to represent it. Their particular deck and the artistry that they particularly want to use. And so, you know, that is where the difference lies. The fact that they are both such different systems. You know, one is totally free form, the other one has a set structure and a form. And, you know, and they're beautiful to work interchangeably or side by side. I often use tarot and oracle combined. I'll do a full tarot reading and then draw a few cards at the end of my reading from an oracle deck to help bring the reading together, or to be the sugar or the sprinkling or the, you know, the loveliness at the end of the reading. And I find that works really well. It provides me with a really balanced kind of reading. There are some people out there that they can't work with the tarot at the moment, and so they prefer to work with oracle because oracle is easier to get to know. Each card is beautifully depicted, the keywords are there, that just gets your mind going, whereas with tarot you need to understand, you know, the symbolism behind each of the cards and what it meant, because there was a meaning for each one of those 78 cards. And so, you know, you do have to work harder with the tarot, you do. And with oracle, it's easier, but you can have similar relationships with the tarot and oracle and use them in similar ways. And often oracle can be a gateway to tarot. People start using oracle decks, they become comfortable with that card-based system, and then they move on to tarot, and it can be an easier transition that way. Or some people just, you know, they feel drawn to the tarot and they just go for it, and it, you know, they begin that lifelong love affair. And you know, both of these systems are very, very valid, one from the other, and they have both something different to offer the reader or the user. Now, there are some questions, for me personally, when I'm looking at, you know, talking to my querients, when I'm looking at different questions posed to me or my daily draws, there are times where I feel that oracle would be the best suited because, one, you pull one card from an oracle deck and usually it has such a versatile meaning. There might be a plethora of keywords and a key phrase, and it really brings everything in, brings an entire energy in. Whereas with tarot, I think that yes, you can draw one card from tarot and it will give you a bit of a snapshot of your day, but I find it better to actually draw 3 cards. A morning, afternoon, evening, past, present, future, mind, body, soul. I just prefer the 3 card combination for tarot because it is a little bit more it is a little bit more comprehensive that way, and it does tie the messages in a little bit better for me personally. That's just how I feel, that's just how I operate. But that is the difference between tarot and oracle. You know, they do look similar, they can be used in very similar ways, but they are not similar systems. They are very, very different one from the other. And I hope that this has helped to clarify some of the questions that people have been asking me, because like I said, it's a valid question, and yeah, so I hope that I have answered your questions. That is about the best that I can do, and if you have any further questions on the subject, please do let me know, and much love and many blessings. Bye.